My name's Kelsey, and today I'd like to demonstrate to you a couple of warm-up exercises that you can use to get ready to go paddle out and surf. When you're surfing, you're using pretty much every major muscle group in your body. And as you know, the water can be pretty cold year-round, which is why it's so important to warm up before you get in the water to avoid injury. Today we're going to go over a couple different dynamic stretches that you can do. Dynamic stretches are really good because they use many different muscle groups as well as different planes of motion. Starting in a supine position on our mat, we're going to engage both our anterior and posterior parts of our core. We're going to start off laying down with our knees at a right angle and rotating them slowly to each side of our body, keeping your navel drawn towards the floor. Just like that. Now that we've warmed up the majority of our core, I just want to spend an extra minute showing you an exercise to strengthen your lower back. A lot of surfers tend to have most problems here, so that's why I'd like to go in a little bit more depth on that. Starting in a prone position on our mat with your arms straight out by your side, you're going to rotate your leg to the opposite hand, making sure to keep your core extremely tight. Taking your time with every rotation. Alright, now that we've warmed up our core, we're going to stand up and increase our range of motion. We're going to start off with some arm circles to open up our shoulder mobility. Start off with small arm circles going forward, working our way into bigger arm circles, and not forgetting to go the opposite direction. Alright, now that we've warmed up our shoulders, got them nice and open, we're going to start bringing our legs in. We're going to start off touching our toes to engage our hamstrings, and as we stand up, rising onto our calves to warm those up as well. As soon as we're up on our toes, we're going to pull our hands back, thumbs facing towards the ocean, and we're going to really open our chest and really tighten our scapulas together. So, we'll start off coming down low, reaching our toes, bringing our calves up, and reaching back. Nice and tight. You can almost put a pencil between your shoulder blades. Just like that. Now that you've warmed up your calves, got a nice stretch on your hamstrings, we're going to want to incorporate our hip flexors, or our quads. So next we're going to be doing a multi-planar lunge to get everything all in here nice and warm and activated. Alright, starting with our toes parallel and facing forward, our core nice and tight, we're going to lunge forward, engaging our transverse abdominis by rotating over our bent knee, stepping to the right, again rotating over the bent knee, and finally stepping backwards into a backwards lunge, rotating over the bent knee. So we're going to start off going forward, toes facing forward, dropping down nice and slowly, and rotating over that bent knee. And we're going to come up to the right, dropping down nice and slowly, rotating over that bent knee, and finally backwards. And make sure to switch off and get both legs warmed up for this exercise. Okay, you should be feeling pretty warm by this point. Our next movement's going to be a little bit more complex, incorporating a lot more range of motion. We're going to start off doing sort of like a wood chop type movement, where you're going to drop down to one side and finish by rotating up and over that opposite shoulder. Alright, so again, we're going to drop down to our left side, and make sure that as you come down, your back foot's pivoting with you. And you're going to reach just past your hip. As you're coming up, again, back foot is pivoting, and up and over and around your shoulder. Just like that. So let's do it a little bit quicker. Alright, so we're going to drop down, back foot's pivoting, and come back up. Make sure to do both sides. Alright, for this last exercise, I really want to simulate what you would be doing as you pop up on your surfboard in the water. So we're going to be doing sort of like a burpee movement, but a little bit different. We're going to start actually on the mat as though we were on our surfboard, and when we pop up, we're going to hop to the opposite side. So, let's drop down on our mat into our prone position. Here we are paddling for our wave, and pop up to the side, and up, and right back down. Down, pop up, and back down. Up, and back down. Just just like that. And make sure to do both sides. Thank you guys so much for listening. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling pretty warm after all of that. So next time you go to paddle out, make sure you warm up on the beach first. We're going to want to incorporate our quads or our hip flexors. Are you recording that?
What?
Moms. So it's crucial that you warm up so you don't get hurt.
Didn't like that.
Okay, hold on. I don't want to like repeat myself on your board. So we're gonna do sort of like a burp. That's too loud, the wave.
I hear you.
Starting in a supine position on our mat, we're gonna engage both our posterior and anterior. I think that was wrong. We're gonna go over a couple different dynamic stretches. Dynamic stretches are really good because they use many different muscle groups as well as different planes of motion. No! Warmed up the majority of our core. I want to focus a little bit longer on our lower back. Just because a lot of surfers have tendencies to find issues there as they...
did that.
Hi, my name is Kelsey, and this morning I would like to demonstrate to you a couple of warm-up exercises that you can do before going out to surf. Dang it, that's it. Prone position on the mat, you're going to have your arms straight out by your sides to give yourself a little bit bigger of a center of gravity.
So right?